Hello everybody, welcome to Amakhosi Venture Essential. Like, comment, subscribe. Guys, welcome back. Nabi is talking about Kaizer Chiefs challenging for the honors, challenging for the league itself and other trophies. My question to you, do you think this is just a myth? Is he dreaming? Or is it possible? Can Kaizer Chiefs really challenge for the honors? Can they really challenge for the league? I'll give you my take, but I just want to hear your take and I'll give you what Nabi says. Let me just give you a second. Can Kaizer Chiefs, in your right mind, like you being honest in all reality, can Kaizer Chiefs challenge for the league at this moment? Are we ready for the league to start? In all the preseason games that you played around like 4 or 5 games. We've won once. Have you seen any improvement? Have you seen that this team is going forward or is going backwards, 10 steps backwards or what? Have we bought enough for us to say that we are ready to challenge for the league? Are we really, really ready to challenge the league? Do we have the right arsenal, right equipment, right ingredients to go and say that we are challenging the league? Did you buy quality or did you buy quantity for us to say that, sure, we are ready for the league? My question to you, those are my questions that I have for you. Let me go into what Nabi says. I'm going to be reading. We are approaching this season, not the league only, Nedbank Cup, and CAF Confederation Cup. We want to take game by game, said Nabi during the club's media open day on Friday at the Princess Makoko Stadium. He didn't mention the Telkom charity, and that's called a Carling Cup. Carling Cup, yeah. We want to do everything we can in every game to win the game. Of course, maybe it's not going to be possible to win all games. Maybe it's possible. We are going to challenge for every game, whatever capabilities we have. And then after that, we will see where we stand. I love the positivity of the coach. I love how he saw into the stick about himself as an individual, his capabilities as an individual, and knowing what type of a coach that he is. I love that about this coach. And in how he boldly, confidently speaks about himself and his capabilities and him trusting these players. I'll tell you what I think. But for now, I just want to highlight Nabi as a coach. He's not your Ntseki, he's not your Zwan, he's not your Kevin Johnson. He's not the coaches that you have had in the past. He is not that coach. And I think sometimes, because of the media, us rivals pushing us into thinking that we got a plumber, we then thinking that Nabi is a plumber. There's a channel I was watching. It's another Amakhosi fan, another channel, Amakhosi channel. This guy was interviewed and said that it's so sad that Kaizer Chiefs fans, they are weak. They are taking everything the media and the opposition fans are saying. And this is what I've been saying. So it's not just me quoting what this guy was saying on another channel. No, but it's what I've been saying, that it's sad that we allow the media to dictate in our own home, own club, how we are to treat those who are leading us, our parents, here being Nabi, Kaizer, and. Because here we just take whatever the media says, and if there's any so-called big name known media specialist or journalist, you then take them as if they are God. As some of you Some of us have listened to your Juna Kanye, it's all Vilagazi, Diskitaz. That whatever that they say is the gospel. Guys, it's not always right to take everything that people are saying. Separate issues, separate things, and be wise to say that not everything that you'll hear is like the gospel, it's true and it's correct. Oh, it's something that you go with. No. Nabi is not a coach, just any coach. He's a seasoned coach, a very seasoned coach. Yes, there are people who don't respect Nabi, his colleagues, like guys like Yopito, guys like Yopito and few others. But there are those who understand this guy, that he knows his work. His CV is seasoned. He's a seasoned coach. And one thing that I love is the fact that he's been backed now by the fact that he won a cup in his first season. The football might have been ugly. We have won trophies before playing ugly football. But we have seen, as he has had his preseason with these boys, and they've had preseason games, we have seen that there's so much that this team has improved on. How many times have we spoken about the philosophy, the identity, style of play of the team? How many times? And I think finally we have started to establish that. Why? Because he has been with these guys for 2 years now. Our players have started to understand his philosophy. And you heard on the news last week, Zwane saying that, you know what, I think that we're starting to understand the coach better. So I'm saying to you, with a better and an improved communication and understanding of how the coach wants to play, this is going to be a different season. Yes, we might not win all these trophies, but in terms of how we play and how we play against the big teams, how we play against the mid teams, how we play with the small teams, there should be a difference this season. We should be able to see that we are a big team in how we play. And Nabi is that type of a coach who doesn't sit at the back. It doesn't matter he's playing against Pirates, he's playing against Santos. He's not going to sit and park the bus. He has shown it. He showed in the semi-final of the Carling Cup, of the Nedbank Cup. He's shown it. He showed us in the final as well that, you know what, I can go and meet these guys pound for pound. Remember the semi-final we played against Santos? The type of football that we played. The hunger, the drive that you saw from our players. I'll speak about Eduba for now. Did you see him, after scoring the equalizing goal, him picking that ball in the back of the net and said that, come, let's go. He saw that, you know what, there's more to get from this club. There's so much to get from this team, from this game, Let's hit them hard. That's the type of mentality that our guys are to have this season. We need big players who are, not big players in terms of names, but players who have a big capacity or who have a big mentality in how they think and in how they play against their teams, the opposition teams to say that, you know what, here I'm not gonna look down and look myself inferior and say that, no, I'm playing against your Mshishi, I'm playing against I'm playing against your Mfukeng, against your so and so. But here, I'm telling you, trusting and knowing my talent and knowing my skills, I can do better than these guys. I can't look down upon myself. People who want to win at all cost. People who are prepared to die on the fields of play at all cost for one another. Like you saw Monyane. You saw Monyane. That's the type of players that we should be attracting, type of players that you should be buying. Players who have a big mentality, players who have a big character. Players who say that, you know what, you can't kick my boy like that. You can't kick Villagas like that and I'll keep quiet. You saw him wanting to manhandle the guy. That's the type of mentality that these players are to have. I'm not talking about the two extremes where a player would then kick or hit a player so that he is saying that he's protecting his fellow player. No, I'm not talking about that. But you say that, you know what, if you want to go through this guy, you have to go through me, and I'm going to fight you. Pick on your own side. Type of thing. We saw Manyane demonstrating that, and I loved it. I loved it. Not players who would come every time that players are kicking us. They'll be like, no, why are you kicking our player? No, sorry. Hey, you know what? No, please don't kick us. No, please don't kick us. We are here to play and whatnot. Let's be civil. No, but players who take it on. I'm not talking about cursing, kicking players and whatnot. I mean, like fighting, like physically fighting people so that you get the red card. But I'm talking about guys who stand up for one another and who stand in your face and say that no more. Do it again and you'll see. Type of players would say that. And if they are kicked, they'll be like stealing those kicks, like they'll be tackling those people. If it means that you're getting a yellow card, get your yellow card for a team. But don't get the red card unnecessary. Type of ego, type of character that you need. Players who are fighting for one another. And we saw that when Ngobo going against one guy, making sure that they take that guy down and they get the ball. We need players who are able to cover for one another, who play for one another. And this is why I'll then link this to what was said by this guy, Cover of the Best, talking about Kaizer Chiefs players. They need to do better. They need to support our striker Flava. And it's so well knitted together what I'm saying. He says that the Kaizer Chiefs players, they need to make sure that they create chances for this guy. They should stop this thing of throwing tantrums. Hey, why didn't you pass me? Look at the pass, you miss easy chances type of thing. That type of talking when a player misses a chance. They should be able to help our strikers to score so many goals. Why? Because they are supported. Why? Because they say, okay, you know what? We see that, okay, sharp, that pass that I put for you, it was strong. Okay, you know what? Let's just adjust here and there a pass. Let me see, okay, why don't you do this run, for example? People will be communicating. And then they started talking about, okay, comparing with the players or strikers of Sundowns, how the players of Sundowns are making it easy for the strikers to score goals, creating, and they don't just throw hands and whatnot. That's something that you need to work on. And I've been saying that we don't create enough chances. And even now, we haven't really scored so many goals when we are talking about the preseason. And we're going to blame it on the strikers. But how many chances are we creating for our strikers? How many one-on-ones are we creating for our strikers? What type of passes are we passing for our strikers? Are we passing a striker who's opening wide, for example, because we know Flava loves to open on the wide? Or are we passing a striker like with so much weight to say, okay, sure, you know what? If you have a good first touch, then you'll be able to kill this ball down and then you're gonna score. No, but what type of passes? The weight on our passes, how are they? Like, guys, there's so much in football that we have to look at as fans before we look at our players and say that so and so is a cow, so and so are not fit, they're not quality to play for our team. There's so much. I was listening to Amrim of Manchester United. He said that it's good that he started last season, in the mid of last season, so that by now he's working on something that he already built last year. The only thing what he's looking for at the current preseason, because they're still in preseason, he's looking for bond among the players and a bond amongst himself and the players. That's what we need to look at as well. Are these players having a bond? Do they have a bond? How's their combination? How's their unity? How's their familyship? How's their unity? How's this? To make sure that this is for the betterment of the club. Are they willing to fight for one another? Can they fight for one another? That's what I'm looking for this season. This is what I am looking for this season. I'm not looking at players who then want to, by all means, who would want to degrade and who would want to let down the other players. Or by all means, they will kick the players that they're fighting the position with. No, I'm not looking for those players. I'm looking for players who support one another, even if we are playing the same position. But someone would say that, you know what, boy, you're playing a very good game. I won't lie, you are challenging me. I won't lie, it's not easy for me to sit on the bench, but one thing for a fact, one thing for sure, you should know that I have your back. I'm going to be continuing as supporting you. I'm going to be helping you to settle even more. And if there's anything that you can help me, what is the problem that you have seen from me that I need to work on? Something that I need to improve on. Players that will have that openness among themselves. So guys, what do I think about what Nabi says? I told you almost everything, but now to narrow it to us winning the league. This is me being realistic. I'm not gonna lie to you. We might be ready for the season. I said that. Yes, there are still areas of development and there's still people who are not, or quality that is not here at the moment. Like another striker, we still need another goalkeeper, and we still need to understand what's happening in the middle of the park because we have so many players there. But will they be able to complement one another, form combinations, and also the back as well? We still need another winger. We still need like different personnel. We still need different personnel. We need 3 or 4 players: striker, winger, a goalkeeper. Okay, let me just say 3 for now. We still need 3 players at the moment. I will still say we still need 3 players. But if those players are not here at the moment and they're not training with the guys, that means that they'll be far behind. They'll be far behind in terms of understanding the philosophy, in terms of them understanding one another, combinations, and. So, going to this league, I'm praying and I'm hoping that we get to position 3. As for winning the league, I don't think this season or next season we'll win the league. I don't think so. If it happens, I'm going to celebrate, sure. But I don't think that, realistically talking, that we can win the league. There's so much gap between us and Sundowns. It was 30 or 40 points last season, 40 or so points. And if that was the case, how can I then think that we can win the league? And stand before you and lie because I want likes and I want to be loved by you. How can I then sit here and lie and say that you're going to win the league? Based on what? When we have a new team, we have 6 players that have been confirmed. And we want to complement those players with one another. They're still learning one another. Yes, it's good that we saw some of these players, how they're playing and all that, but we can't then say that, you know what, we are ready for the league. Especially when you look at the gap between Sundowns and us, and the fact that we finished outside of top 8, I think that we can finish in the top 3. Finishing the top 3, it means that you are fighting until the end. In terms of a trophy, we can defend. I would love us to defend our net bank and challenge for another trophy. We don't have many trophies that are available because already we have 1 trophy that we are not competing in the MTN 8. Kev, I'm expecting us to go far, go to the knockout. We haven't competed there in ages. Do we have the right players at the moment to compete? Yes, they can. We've shown against Asante Kodok. But we still need more players. So I'm expecting top 3 finish in the league, defending a trophy, Netbank, challenge for Carling Cup, knockouts. Did I say knockout? Knockouts. Did I mention knockout? If I have, I'm repeating, challenging for knockouts or getting out in knockouts at least of African CONCACAF, as it's called. Guys, your thoughts is, are we ready for the league? What can we win? Can we win the league? Can we defend our trophy? How far do you think that we can go? And in this CONCACAF, can we challenge for another trophy? I want to hear your thoughts. I'm out. FC Amakhosi. Sunny here. Cheers. Love you. Bye.